4 years ago in the 2016 U.S. presidential race, less than 24 hours after the last voting center across the union shut down for counting, Democratic candidate Hillary Rodham Clinton graciously conceded defeat as the results in the swing states of Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and Michigan became clear. This act of concession symbolizes the peaceful transition of the transfer of political power from one party to the other, which is the cornerstone of democracy and freedom in the land of the free. But this year's U.S. presidential race is totally different. No thanks to a sitting president who's vowed not to yield power peacefully and make good honest threat to settle this election in a court of law if the votes don't add up. This report.
The coronavirus outbreak U.S. President Donald Trump has downplayed and even ignored continues to cast its shadow on his government and on his bid for a second and legacy term. How the Americans voted and how they were counted this year has been reshaped by the raging pandemic that has gone unchecked for the most part in the U.S. As a result, Americans all over the union couldn't help but avoid large crowds and gather en masse in one room. Hence, state legislatures had to amend their voting laws and allow for early voting, drop-off, absentee and mail-in voting, and deferred ballot counting. With the last 6 states winding down the final batches of mostly mail-in ballots, President Trump has invoked what he vowed earlier to litigate now that his worst fears are shaping up. His early and huge lead evaporating, and his rivals come from behind wins in Michigan and Wisconsin. Strangely and ironically enough, Trump and his supporters seek to have vote counts stopped in Pennsylvania and Georgia, where he leads, and to rush the count in Nevada and Arizona, where he trails but is catching up. His supporters in the Grand Canyon state have shown up in voting centers armed, chanting and demanding to rush the ballot count. President Donald Trump could still win the presidential race if he runs the table with victories in Georgia, Pennsylvania, where he leads, plus the states of Nevada and Arizona, where he lags. Biden, on the other hand, has a wider array of combo wins, clinching Pennsylvania, where he trails, winning Georgia alone, where he also trails, winning both Nevada and Arizona, where he holds a razor-thin lead.